we're live.
You're done.
DBX in the game right now. Little bit of delay because of some technical issues, but we have fixed them.
Yes, we are here, and we have an exciting match for you today. Duck Guy, in my opinion, this is the game of the week.
Yeah, definitely. Let's look real closely at the other games we have this week. Don't look away from this one though. The first game of the week happened on Monday last night. Prevail versus Saint Survival. I believe Prevail took the win in that one. It might have actually been a tie though. I'm not very sure. Tonight we have Farside versus DBX. Wednesday, tomorrow, we have Maiden versus Noxious. Thursday, Elite versus Check 6. Saturday, we have 3 games. First at 3 o'clock, Miracle versus LGI. 4:30, Reborn versus NT. And then at 6 o'clock, Centurion versus F6. And finally, to round out our week, on Sunday, we have 3D versus New Horizons.
And all of these will be solid games, but this one, in my opinion, just means a little bit more. DBX, currently occupying the number 2 spot in the American Siege Conference with a record of 5-1-2. Farside tied for third with 5-0-3. DBX 16 points. Farside 15 points. With a win here, Farside can vault themselves into second place. Currently, I think every team is mathematically out of it. No one is going to catch Prevail, who sits at an 8-1-0, I believe, right now. But they can still make that second place for playoff seeding. At this point, it'll be crucial to snag that number 2 spot. And a win right here for Farside or DBX could put them in the driver's seat.
Okay, it looks like we are getting Farside in here now after a bit of technical issues from both teams' side. But yeah, this game has a lot of playoff implications. I'm not sure if there's another game that has as many playoff implications as this one does. Quickly, if we run through the games, I don't believe that that is the case. This one can decide a lot, as there are 4 teams right now vying for 3 spots in the American Siege Conference. DBX sitting at 16 points atop of those 4 teams, and then LGI, Farside Gaming, and Adderall Rush all tied with 15. Below them, Maiden and Malone Lab both have 13 points and still have a chance to get in this. Noxious, I believe, has knocked out of a possibility of joining. But there are 4 teams really in it, and then 2 teams that still have a small shot at getting in there. DBX, if they win this, do you think they secure the spot?
I believe they will mathematically lock that spot down. They will gain 3 points, I believe. If they do gain those 3 points, every team that wants to chase them would have to at least secure a victory this week and then a victory next week to do so. And also, DBX could just win twice. They control their own destiny at this point. If they win twice, they lock down that number 2 spot. And even if they win and they tie, the most anyone can do is tie them. And with the amount of wins they have and the amount of ties that are still on the board, they will more than likely get that number 2 spot based on map differential. But it still is in their own hands. With a win here and a win next week, it's all DBX in that number 2 spot.
Yeah, and Farside can't clinch a playoff spot tonight, I don't believe.
No, they cannot. It is still very much a logjam in that 3rd place slot with a bunch of teams vying to come out over the top of each other. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams within 2 points of each other, with LGI, Farside, and Adderall Rush at 15 points and Maiden and Mola Lab at 13. That is an incredible amount of teams right next to each other. Every single one of those teams, if they want to lock in their spot, they have to win. And they have to win right now. It is do or die for the playoff slots.
Yeah, the map going to be Oregon. DBX, on the attack first. DBX does look like they're already up, and it looks like Farside is too. So we're going to get this great game going. Who do you think what do you think the bans are going to be? Sorry.
I think for on the defensive side, it'll be very, very basic, probably an Echo or a Maestro ban, and almost assuredly a Mira ban. Attack is a little bit more up in the air. I could see them going to Montaigne. I could see them going to Jackal. Almost assuredly one of the two hard breachers. Probably a Habana ban for those hatches. And we have a Thatcher ban. And another excellent choice that kind of goes overlooked on Oregon. There will be no easy breach of the basement hatches. No easy drops today. And we will see a shield ban come out with that Blitz. Blitz obviously so strong, making that push up the dirt tunnel into basement. Now, here, probably a Mira, probably an Echo, probably a Maestro, maybe a pocket pick, but almost assuredly one or two of those three aforementioned operators will be out of the game right here. It just all depends on who they want to pick. Mira, obviously so very, very strong on those basement holds and moderately useful on the kids' bedroom hold as well, peeking out into those dormitories, and we will see the Maestro go off the board first. A solid man to start out with. The Evil Eyes taking a little bit of a nerf here in the latest patch, which will hit tomorrow on the live ranked and casual servers. For console, has hit for PC already. A nerf that is kind of controversial, but I do agree with at some point. And we are going to see a target ban with Caveira. So the Mira will be in play. That basement defense is now going to be one of the toughest nuts to crack in this game. We do have the Kaid to electrify the hatches. The Thatcher will not be able to take away the hatch electrification easily from the first floor. We will see a Jackal Thermite IQ come out, and as normal, there's the Mira, as we will head to Laundry Supply in that basement right off the bat. The Buck will come in. The Buck, I feel like, is a very strong play, as well as the Jackal. Both bring shotguns that can rip up the floors and get some grenades down onto the defense. The IQ, obviously, being brought in fear of the Echo from coming out from far side, but they have not brought the Echo. And the Buck will 6-pick onto the sledge. Not really a change in strategy here for DBX. That's just for just to get some vertical presence in the map, which they already will have with Jackal, but they retain their frags, and we will see the 6th pick onto the Kaid. So the matchup to watch here in this attack is, can the Twitch get the Kaid Electro Claws off of the hatches? If they do so choose to put them up, it is going to be really, really tough to stop the electrification of those hatches.
Yeah, what do you think the split is going to be for the attacker-defender? I'm thinking like 5-1, 4-2 in the defender's favor.
I don't know. Oregon, to me, is kind of an attacker's sided map, as you can pinch them really, really easily and kind of just beat them down in those really, really tight defense spots. But with the operators on the board, I feel like it could be a little bit more defender sided. I think the max we go to is a 4-2. These are two very good teams who excel at attacking, but defenders, with the Mira on the board especially, will make this basement side game really, really difficult to take. The castle I like as well.
I just think that at least with the defensive, it's impossible for the defenders to lose at this point on the downstairs defense. Almost impossible to open up these hatches. And then the mirror windows available too. No smoke on the board from Farside Gaming, kind of interesting. But also Nomad stacking up these goon mines. This is going to be such a tough defense to crack for DBX.
Definitely. And there's a lot of operators that just are made to slow you down. The castle is a really good pick. Here, they're going to have to use that sledge for something other than ripping up floors. The IQ can't necessarily breach too much. And it's just going to be tough sledding, especially with the mute to help stop the Twitch drones. We are going to see a little bit of early aggression out of the Jackal, as he will use that breaching charge to get that soft wall open. They are looking at that hallway hatch that could go down in meeting. Legion mines still being stacked on those stairs, and it is looking just like a strong anchoring defense coming out from Farside Gaming.
Yeah, and from an outside point of view, you think to yourself, just one Thatcher grenade, and all those goo mines are gone, and that's a lot of utility wasted. But then you have to remember that there's no Thatcher available on the board. Jack and M&K's Twitch drone will get taken out. It's very unfortunate for him. Crisis trying to open up the wall. It looks like he might get it open. That is the hatch opened up. That is half the battle already won in DBX's favor. One thing I don't know if you guys noticed, but there are all 5 defenders on the site. Looks like the Kaid has been down, and that is the kill on the Jack from Crisis. It's a 5-4 situation now with 1 minute left. One thing very interesting, Jackal does not have any smoke grenades, especially with the Mira in play. I'm very surprised he doesn't have any smoke grenades. Monkey looking to go for a grenade kill. Not sure where that was intended to go to. Looks like the rotational I spoke too soon, and that grenade kill did get a kill. Monkey just sitting here with these goo mines in his foot as the castle peaks. Very hard angle to peek here as we have Introvert, the IQ, pulling from up top, and a little bit of team damage going on the Thermite. The Mira maybe trying to peek this, and Griffin, what a shot onto Introvert. Griffin gets another onto Crisis. Looks like up in the side, very vulnerable. Griffin tries to doesn't get it. A C4 going out to try and kill the Jackal. Does not hit at all. Titan gets a kill onto Monkey. Now it's a 3v2 situation in the defender's favor. The Jackal is in a plant spot. Ace planting the piece, but Titan gets the kill onto him. Titan pushing up very aggressively on the Twitch. Will he get the kill onto the Twitch? No, but the defenders take round 1.
An excellent defense from Farside. I originally thought that their lack of a roaming presence to stop some of the breaching onto those hatches would bite them, but it ended up just working out in their favor. They locked down their defense, they hit their shots. The shots from the Mira onto the IQ I thought were huge to peel the attack off of those hatches and make it more one-dimensional, because as soon as they did that, all of the attackers were stuck on those laundry stairs or already in the site. And the Mira kill box was set up, the C4s went out, the rotations came through, and it was just a brutal opening match for the attack. They need to have that hatch control. Great round from Farside Gaming. Now, we're not going to see we're not going to see much of a switch though.
Farside going to rear stage Watchtower, and also no Mira coming out. Instead, looking to choose Valkyrie. A lot of role switches coming out here. They're bringing a Smoke, they're bringing a Jaeger, and a Valkyrie. All things that weren't brought the last time.
Yes, and that split site, a little bit more difficult to defend, but with the smoke coming out from Jack, can hold that top tower very easily with those smoke grenades, wasting at least 30 seconds. You definitely don't want to run through that yellow smoke.
You can stop there.
Razor wire going up.
We are going to see that attic is going to be blocked off. We are seeing some reinforcements going down in meeting. Maybe a meeting retake strategy coming out here from Farside. It doesn't look like they're using too much on that tower. A little bit of barbed wire. Probably some ADSs going down on the tower.
Looks like Nomad might be going for a possible outside cam. We try not to spectate the Valkyrie to protect those cams, as they are very hard to find good spots for. Jack bringing reinforcements inside of Electric.
Using
I'm seeing on the bottom of the screen.
Hot pink furry smoke skin. Gonna be very, very visible in that.
What do you think about the utility spent down below from Farside? Looks like maybe a castle barricade, at least 2 reinforcements going down in Electric, but also nobody playing downstairs at the moment.
It looks like a little bit of a bait. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not exactly sure from where. We'll have to see how the round plays out. I don't want to put words in the mouth of Farside and say definitively this is what they're doing this round. We'll just have to wait and see. I like the pick of the Valkyrie for the outside cams. I like the castle. I think it's a unique strategy that they're pulling out here. One that we'll have to see how it works out though.
And Nomad actually dropping down right next to Monkey gets the early kill on this sledge.
A nice play from Nomad, who has been crucial so far in this match, getting the first pick, and we have Farside Gaming out with an early lead, 1 minute and 15 seconds into the match.
Yeah, it looks like a couple attackers going to be centering. It looks like all 4 of them right now going to be centering around this meeting hall area. Crisis may be breaching into Attic, but Attic is actually soft. Would kill to have that soft breaching potential if that's thrown if he was to bring the secondary shotgun.
Drone activated.
Doesn't look like they have any other soft destruction though. It was all eliminated when the sledge was picked off very early.
Scanning for electronic devices.
Definitely. And man, it's going to be a much tougher take without that soft destruction. You might end up having to waste thermite exothermic charge on that Attic.
Looks like that is what he chooses to do. The Jaeger
And
getting aggressive and gets the kill on Introvert.
a nice pick. Now that the IQ is gone, no, can't scan for those electronic devices. But DBX do rattle back with the kill onto the Valkyrie.
That's doing some droning for himself. There is a player at the top of these stairs though. I don't know if you saw him. It's the castle playing by the main door. Dak trying to do some destruction, trying to help his player out. As M&K jumps into sight, that is the trick. Looks like it will just hop out.
Stay back.
A lot of damage in the process. Crisis trying to hold his own flank. He is now in a 1v3 situation. Infected from below in meeting hall. That is Jack. Takes a little bit of damage from the exothermic charge. And now he doesn't have a way to get in. As his only retreat is smoked off. And his exothermic charge has been jammed.
And it is looking like a loss here. And yes, there it is. We are going to see Farside win the round, just pinning that thermite into the top Attic and letting him stay there. And some quick work coming out from the Twitch. Definitely a good job from the Roamers. Just a really solid defense coming out from Farside. Really kind of baiting the attack into that meeting hall and then destroying them there. Kind of baiting the fraggers from DBX onto the balconies and the roofs and shooting them down. Winning their aim duels right now. Farside. You can tell that they're just playing really, really strongly right now because the picks onto the hatches from the Mira and the Jaeger peaks onto the Twitch and just playing really, really strong right now. But if I'm DBX, I'm looking at shaking this up. I don't really know exactly what they can do. It looks like they're going to 6-pick off of the sledge onto the glass as we will head into the kids' dormitory. Glass is going to be very, very crucial, peeking into that dormitory big window. Now, the crucial point in this map will be that small tower. Can DBX retain control of the small tower to protect the glass? The frost will be brought out. We're probably going to see some frost mats go down in that door. But how do you think that DBX need to change this up? Obviously a new site, obviously some new operators. What would you do if you're in this situation?
I think in this situation, if I'm DBX, I need to get more vertical. Maybe bring a buck and play from below. They're lacking a lot of soft destruction. I think that starts with Deathstroke. He needs to switch up to the shotgun.
I'd agree. A little bit of a strange choice to have a Jackal bringing a pistol. He is on the smoke grenades now, but yeah, I think that's the key. I think they need to bring a buck. Buck so strong on this top floor, able to rip apart those floors, and we will see the glass kind of rotating around, not necessarily rushing up to that big old roof there where he would normally play. Looks like Deathstroke looking for small tower control, and the Twitch looking to clear out some of this utility. And there goes the shock drone. Just Farside just playing so well. Farside playing so well right now at keeping the Twitch at bay and keeping all of their utility on the board. That in of itself has been a massive, massive win for them so far. Keeping their Mira windows intact, keeping their ADSs intact. They have played so well, just keeping the ability of DBX to clear out their utility at bay. The second shock drone will come in, but will it be able to destroy everything? We have a lot of shotguns to clear that shock drone out really quick. We have the Jaeger. And there's just so much. And it looks like the Mira window. Oh, he missed it! Oh, that's so unfortunate for M&K. Thermite is dead. That's huge. We do have that Glaz, who is now up onto that balcony outside of dormitories, looking to pick some of the members of Farside off.
And the interesting thing here is the master wall has been open, kind of baiting DBX into trying pushing that. There is a player playing with the crossfire from Army, and there's a master window, or mirror window, sorry, at the top of the stairs. A player at the mirror window taken off by Deathstroke. That's Oswala dead, and that's the Mira dead. Another player he doesn't know about, though, playing in Armory. 50 seconds left, and unless he gets a Jackal track out, he may get killed by this, and that's Nomad. Monkey hopping into sight gets taken out by a Frost.
Just unfortunate, and the utility coming out from Farside, but a lot of frags going down. DBX might be bringing it back. The Twitch F2 still is alive, but she's the last player alive for her team.
Diffuser downstairs, and the castle is playing on the diffuser. Frost getting away her position inside of the main dorms area. And the Twitch of M&K on very low HP will have to push these two players. First has to kill the kill on the Frost, then has to push down either to get the diffuser or to kill the castle. Frost pushing out, getting very aggressive. That is Griffin getting the kill on M&K, the third round in a row for a Farside team.
And the key to this game right now is the ability of Farside keeping their utility alive. 3 rounds in a row that DBX have brought a Twitch, or at the very least, to the best of my recollection, potentially 2 of them for sure, more than likely all 3. And what has the Twitch actually destroyed except for some default cameras? Have they popped the Mira windows any times? I'm not sure that they have, as we will go back to Laundry Supply. The Twitch will come out again. The Kaid coming out from Jack, and the Zofia probably being 6-picked off onto a sledge. Now, the Nomad will come out as well. But if DBX is to have a successful attack, they will need to get some of this utility gone. They will 6-pick off onto the Montaigne, but there's already a Legion on the field, as well as a castle, as well as a Kaid, as well as a Mira. I just think this is too much utility that Farside is bringing, and the Thatcher ban is looking really, really crucial right now, as having a Thatcher would alleviate so many of these issues.
Yeah, like Nomad can really just stack his Legion ones at the bottom of those main stairs. The attackers are inevitably going to push at some point during the round. Actually opening up all of this wall here, making sure that they can't put the thermite charge on this wall to blow open the hatch. I think that will make it easier to use mute jammers to stop this. Also using Kaid trick the hatch.
Definitely, and we are seeing a clinic come out from Farside. I could not have been more wrong in my prediction that this would be a little bit of an offensive sided. They're using their utilities so well. We have the Electro Claw on pose on that barbed wire to keep the drones from coming in. The Montaigne coming out from Monkey already taking control of that entrance lobby, but I just don't see a way, and outside of some incredible Twitch play from Introvert, that DBX can break this stranglehold coming out from Farside.
Jammer deployed.
Yeah, I think part of DBX's response in changing things up, now bringing a Montaigne, bringing a Nomad, and I think now bringing an Ashe. I don't believe that M&K was playing the Ashe before.
He was not. We are seeing a little bit more soft destruction. I still would like to see a Buck. I feel like the Buck would answer a lot of their problems here. The Sledge is solid, but the Buck just can rip up those soft floors so much faster. Looks like the Monty is coming down the stairs looking to clear out some of that utility. Will get that mute jammer, but there's still an Electro Claw sitting here on the barbed wire, and he is opting to go for just the barbed wire destruction. And the Monty just having so much presence on these stairs. Montaigne players, for those who have not played against or with a Montaigne, just essentially acts like a gigantic unkillable drone. He can just push in and do so much by baiting out utility from the attack, but he is going to lose 50% of his health already. He's still on those stairs at Jack, landing some shots with that Kaid TCSG. a really, really underrated slug shotgun.
Yeah, and if he does get one hit onto this Montang here, that could be very deadly. Goes aggressive on the Twitch Jack, not able to hit the shots. The Montang at very low HP, only about 20 HP left. And Monkey's not going to be able to soak much up as 1C4 out of the 2 that Farside have will probably get it down onto him. Only 50 seconds left, and I believe that DBX has not opened the hatch yet. They're opening one of the backside hatches, however.
It's been a struggle for them. There's nowhere for them to go.
Oswala, however, getting 2. That is the Twitch and the Montang, that the 2 Frenchmen. Now it's a 3v5 for DBX, and they have to push these main stairs. The shotgun on the stairs will not prevail as Crisis gets the kill. He's trying to push the main side. This get peeked by Jack, and Crisis will get the second kill. Helped, assisted by the Nomad on these stairs, and the Ash is flanking the team, creating a pinch on these defenders. Titan defending the backside, along with Griffin. Nomad trying to help the defenders defend this side. Downs the Nomad and puts up their mid around 50 HP. Will look to get the kill onto the diffuser planter, and does. Nomad getting 2 of the kills, and Griffin getting the other one, as Farside put their 4th round up on the board.
If you're new to this game, heck, even if you're experienced in this game, and you're wondering, how do I defend Oregon? Watch this. This is an absolute clinic coming out from Farside. This isn't them necessarily out-aim dueling DBX. This is them playing better with their utility. They are simply just playing the game of Rainbow Six Siege as it's meant to be played. As a hero-based, class-based shooter. They're using it so well, as we will go back to that tall tower split site that they had such a good hold on earlier. This one, a little bit more difficult to hold onto than some of the other sites in this game. And we will see a 6th pick, probably onto the Jackal. And we will have a Ying come out. But there is a Jaeger on the board for Farside. They definitely still have a solid shot at it, making yet another defense on Oregon. And with the way that they're playing right now, with the shots that they are hitting, with the way that they're using utility, with the way that they are shutting down strong pushes from DBX, I'm struggling to see this round turn out any differently. But there's a reason why we play the game. There's a reason why we don't just chalk things up on paper. DBX, still a strong fragging team, still a very intelligent team. They have a real shot to come back in this.
Yeah, and I think DBX, being the smart team that they are, switching up a lot of their things. At least 3 operators are different in the people that are playing them. Now, M&K, the IQ, Monkey on the Ash, and Deathstroke on the Ying. I'm not sure if Introvert has been playing the Jackal or not. Have you been noticing that?
I believe Introvert did play the Jackal last time. He will opt for that ITA soft reaching shotgun this time, as opposed to the pistol. So a little bit more utility coming out. That's a significant amount more soft breach than we've seen, as the Jackal will try to take that small tower. We have Jack doing some construction in that meeting room, which has been so crucial, and will remember to be so crucial for these split site holds.
Yeah, also one thing we saw Jack doing, a thing that I like to do, bring the impacts on smoke actually. Not only for your plant denial, do you have your gas grenades, you also have those impacts. 2 impacts can down 1 player while they are trying to go for the plant. So on a thing like here where they are planting and maybe that meeting door, you can just start hurling utility out there. And instead of only being able to deny maybe 30 seconds, you say, then maybe denying 40 actually with your impact grenades doing a lot of damage.
Definitely, and a lot of throwables being the key to stop the plant on this site where there are so many areas to plant. I'm struggling to see how DBX break this. I don't think they still have not taken the buck. They have only the thermite for hard breach and no Hibana, so there will be no kill holes made. Maybe a Maverick could be the answer right now, but maybe they just outgun them this round. DBX, again, still a strong fragging team, still with potential. They still have brought the Ying. Ying, a very strong operator with those Candelas, actually getting reworked in 5 circles tomorrow. And Ash Charge will come out on the castle as DBX is attempting to storm the meeting room.
And 2 players inside of meeting already. The Valkyrie possibly going for a C4, lands right on top of Monkey, and that is Monkey's death. Great kill from Nomad. One player drops into meeting. Nomad looking to get this kill. Ying going for a Candela. Nomad gets the kill on Ying. That is Deathstroke dead. One player inside of meeting looking to get the refrag. Titan there, helping out and getting the kill onto Introvert. That is the Jackal dead. Not sure where he died. And now the IQ and the Thermite's actually inside of Attic. It looks like there are a couple players, maybe this Mute, looking to peek this angle and try and get the kill onto the Thermite. Might get aggressive here. Let's see.
Definitely, and we are in the last 30 seconds. So DBX is going to have to make something happen now as the Thermite will go down in Attic.
Now all of Farside's guns trained on this Attic. Get the first kill on the Jack, but Griffin gets the final kill onto M&K. And one thing I have to point out, this was just, I'm sorry, but this was awful from DBX. They spent a minute and a half doing nothing. And with a minute and a half left, they finally broke into Attic, and like, they just spent a minute and a half, and I don't even know what they were doing. I'm not sure if they were droning the south side of the map, but at this point, you have to know that Farside isn't roaming at all. Every single round, they have had all 5 players sitting on the site or in a room directly next to the site, playing in Attic before, and before that, they were playing inside of Meeting Hall when it was the Tower Strat, and you have to know that they're not roaming and just use those 2.5 minute entry quick. Use the Jackal to not have to drone anything and just start hurling on the defenders 15-20 seconds into the round. Just use your Ash charges, use your breaching charges, use your soft breach utility to enter as quick as possible and start putting pressure on those defenders because they're gonna fold quick when they're not expecting to attack fast.
And you have to wonder if this is maybe DBX on a little bit of tilt. You've seen them make some kind of uncharacteristic mistakes. Introvert on the glass, jumping into kids and dying to a frost mat in round 3. Pushing up into the Attic when you know that they're trying to bait you up there to get killed. Maybe a little bit of a tilt come down as they are down 0-5. They will get a shot at ending though. A lot of strong operators like the Mira still be available to them. DBX still a very good team, as we have discussed many times before. But they're just not making it happen against Farside right now.
And you think at this point, if Farside wins this round, they're up 6-0. And what's to stop DBX from saying, okay, we can do this? But then at the same time, DBX is going to be a little more than mad that they're down 6-0 in this league game. And then maybe you think that all it takes is one good Ash play from Nomad or Griffin, or one good Twitch play, and that's the game for Farside Gaming. A little bit of wallbangs coming out from below the Alibi, and the Mira get tagged. And this is what we were talking about, a lot of early pressure coming out from DBX. Some early damage coming out, only 40 seconds into the round. And forcing players to already rotate. Nomad going into Attic, where he was in the previous round, actually, when they played on this defense. And the same hole opened up again. Jack going to be supporting that Mira player playing on the Mira window.
Yes, and it's just going to be more of the same coming out from Farside. They're putting a player in that armory on the Alibi. They're putting a player behind the Mira wall. The Frost is coming out. They have a set plan for this, and it looks like they're sticking to it. The Thermite will open that hard wall right there. And it looks like they are going to move into meeting and into the... Yes, into meeting. I still don't...
And the one...
Go ahead.
Sorry, the one problem I have with this, from the perspective of DBX, is there's so many ways to counter this strat at the moment. You can have Monkey playing on this very position, trying to take out the player inside of Attic, and there's also highway window that you can go to. Nomad, the wins onto the Ash. I don't know how he does it. Thermite does something, actually breaks into Attic. M&K gets the player kill onto the player trying to run outside, and the Mira tries to contest Crisis. And that's what I'm saying. They have to get that Mira out of that position, and that could be so easy if they just opened that wall or went to the highway window. No, they have to kill the Alibi. That's Nomad, and their top fraggers playing inside of Attic. The Frost also playing inside of Kids, making it even harder. The Alibi losing the gunfight though to Crisis. Do you think this might be the round that DBX finally take?
It definitely could, and they have a lot of control right now. The castle's still downstairs. They have the Capitao out there on that balcony. Very well could smoke for a plant very quickly, but only 30 seconds left in the round. And we will see the diffuser go down. A nice play from Titan. And I just don't, I don't understand. Why not plant that very quickly? You had control.
Anything from DBX that loses them the round possibly here, it's that play, not holding the flank on the main stairs, and Titan gets the kill onto MNK, who gets finished. And the 6-0 perfect split from Farside on the defense.
With a heroic effort from DBX that time, it just looks like they're coming up a little short. With that round, it wasn't necessarily the utility plays, but the fragging power. We had an Ash losing a gunfight to an Alibi. That probably shouldn't happen, especially when you know the Alibi is an armory. I don't really know what DBX can necessarily do here other than just to frag out. Their Farside is just outclassing them at the moment.
And also, I think what we saw there with the play, like with Nomad there, just outgunning them also with that alibi peek onto the Ash. Farside is playing with so much confidence right now, and they should be, as they are winning all their gunfights.
I agree, and what's really there to analyze? DBX can't take out the utility. When they do take out the utility, they can't win the gunfights, as we will move up to kids' dorms. Instead of the basement, instead of launcher supply.
Surprised. Also, Destiny using his impact limitations. That's a shotgun that he has. I think this might. Do you think this might be DBX on a little bit of tilt right now?
It might be. I think they've been on tilt since round 3. That round 3 loss with going down to a frost match, just something that you never see experienced good players like DBX make. Maybe a little bit of overconfidence at the beginning that is transferred into a little bit of tilt. Maybe it's just Farside playing just absolutely clinical Rainbow Six Siege. I don't know, we'll have to see, but the DBX's fragging power can still win them rounds. I don't want to count them completely out yet, but so far in this game, it has been all Farside.
Also, I'm gonna question this these castle placements coming out from DBX. Putting one on the master door, that takes away the possible flank from DBX onto that master area. And a little bit of confusion going on from the players. And also they castled off the top of right stairs, such a power position to play for the defenders. So I'm a little confused on what these castle barricade plays are.
AD sector.
I'm not really sure either. We'll have to wait until later in the round to see how they work out. And I'm also not sure about the Montaigne coming out into a kid's dorms take. I think that you'd have to put the Montaigne out on that balcony next to Small Tower. Not really sure where he'll be used, but we do see a Ying, another one of those operators that will be catching a nerf very soon, probably a well-deserved one. Just an operator that can absolutely frag out in the hands of Farside. We will see the breaching charge come out as the Ying is looking to apply a little bit of early pressure as we go to 1 minute and 15 seconds gone in the first attack round for Farside.
Looks like a couple players in this Ella. I'm not sure if they Monkey on the stairs trying to support her. And the Ying has been down. That is Oswala inside of a big tower. It looks like this is where the far side push is going to be coming from. I think they might be going to the possibly where a take from this area comes to. I see Tor being tossed out from the view. I'm surprised that doesn't catch Griffin, as he is still at 100 HP.
Didn't even damage him.
Throwing the Ying grenade. Oswala gets the kill onto Crisis, dead, you dead. Still 2 players on the side of Attic right now. Montaigne coming to assist.
Reloading, cover me!
Griffin
What
gets
a
1 kill, and Nomad swinging in right next to the Jaeger. And Titan gets the kill. A 5v2 situation now, as Thermite has been down and is at very low HP.
And a clinical attack.
And the smoke.
Once again, a clinical attack coming out from Farside. Calling out the mute, peeking the Thermite and Attic Ying coming from the window. It's just solid play.
Smoke going out onto MNK okay, so you will not be able to tell where he is. The Twitch possibly planting behind the Montang that he is safe, something we have seen a lot from Farsight recently. Griffin putting a thermite charge on the white stairs, and still these players trying to get by. Deathstroke gets the kill onto Jack, however, and he also gets the kill on the Titan. Now he's sitting on top of the diffuser. However, the castle has been down, and Deathstroke at just about 1 HP gets the kill onto Griffin. Now in a 1v1 situation with Cash remaining. She tries to push in and gets down. What a clutch coming out from Deathstroke.
And Deathstroke saving the round when it looked like all was lost. A 2v4! A 2v4 with the plant going down. What a heroic play from Deathstroke. Incredible, incredible individual effort that definitely, assuredly saved the round in the game and will breathe new life into this DBX team as they will attempt another time, as they are still on match point. And they will go to that split side. Oh, we are seeing contested coming out. We will head to Laundry Supply.
Bringing out the mirror this time. I wonder if DBX will go with that 5 players on site strat that Farsight Gaming were using. It looks like already the smoke more utility than Farsight was bringing. They have 2 C4s, actually 3 C4s with the Valkyrie, at least the 3 smoke canisters, and possibly 2 impacts if Deathstroke brings those impacts. But now a Kaid actually coming out. Jack also possibly 6-making maybe onto a Twitch to handle that mirror. Actually a Fenka. Do you think this might be a possible rush?
I think it might be a possible rush. Also, I think it could be a little bit to counter the sheer amount of C4s coming out. As you do know, a Finka boost can potentially keep a planting player alive from the C4.
Camera activated.
I agree, Skinny. That is why you run the Shoddy and not the FMG9. I agree completely. It could be a rush. It could be to counter the C4. It might be to just empower the Montaigne as they try to push. But we'll see how it works out. I mean, so far, just about everything Farsight has been doing has been working tactically. That last round, just an incredible individual effort from Deathstroke, out-fragging the team with that smoked shotgun, with the canisters, with the impact grenades.
Let's see if it does have the impacts. A lot of plant denial on the board.
Definitely.
Also, Monkey running the impacts instead of barbed wire. Also choosing to run the AUG A3. I don't actually believe that DBX has any barbed wire. Yes, they have 6 impacts and 2 C4s, no barbed wire. So a possible rush is definitely in the works. And Farsight definitely going for this early take. Already blowing into Jack opening the door, and a very quick push coming out. Oswaldo also already taking their power, and it looks like DBX just forfeiting this and gonna try and, I don't know, maybe a retake, maybe use their 4 remaining impacts and 2 C4s to try and just waste time and kill people while they are trying to plant. One player in the hallway though. It does look like the smoke is hanging, just pushing out. Grenade will come out from the Jack. They look to try and take out this castle barricade.
Farsight just navigating the laundry supply maze downstairs. The mute coming out, watching the laundry, but the push is from the tower.
Introvert does get the kill while he's blind on Oswaldo. That is how you take care of a Ying. Griffin will get the refrag, and the Montang has pushed into sight. The Montang is dead, however, from the hallway. That is Deathstroke. Great play to deny. This rush is a 4v3 in favor of DBX.
Deathstroke playing so well right now. It's another with the SMG-11. And here come the gas grenades, but he will be felled.
Still in search.
Jack popping his second. Might look a little bit of team damage, however.
Nitro set.
Playing on the mirror window, about to get killed. However, he misses the shots as Crisis will get 1 and 2 with the C4 and the gun, following it up as DBX crawling their way out of another round that it looked like was going to be, from the early stage, a Farsight victory.
Definitely getting the Montaigne down. You cannot overstate how big that was for DBX on the defense. And you can't overstate how big Deathstroke has been. Once again, another 2K on the round with the smoke. He's playing incredibly individually well, as there are so many just strong guns and strong operators coming out from far side. I'm interested to see on how they will defend kitchen dining, however. We will see the Legion come out on the defense. We will see the Jaeger, maybe a 6th pick. Right now, no ACOGs out for DBX, as we will see the Montaigne come back out for Farside.
And I'm curious why he switched off from the Legion to, or from the Echo to the Legion. Crisis possibly going to the Tachanka. Don't bait us like that, my friend. I am hurt inside. Crisis choosing to go to the Bandit instead, possibly trying to Bandit trick. And I just feel like this is too much for the defenders, especially not choosing to bring the Mira. I don't think they're going to be able to handle this with so much utility coming out from the offense. Maybe like some Yin canisters into bathroom to try and get control of that. But we'll see what kind of strat DBX is going to take. Maybe either reinforcing or opening up that bathroom wall. Looks like they're going to reinforce it to prevent a pinch from the attackers. But then again, we might see a couple Yin Candelas maybe to get control of the bathroom.
Definitely. I'm also curious as to the lack of Glaz being played right here. Glaz obviously so strong on that balcony into the kids' dorms, and potentially really, really strong peeking that corridor from outside of Small Tower. Also able to kind of do a little bit more damage to those gas grenades, but will the Twitch drone get the bandit batteries? Will the Twitch drone stay alive?
First one is taken out.
A solid play, and that's at least one of those bandit batteries out with another Twitch drone still on the board from Jack. They might be able to slow play this.
Going to a little bit of swamp. The attackers look like they're pushing from the main lobby side of the map.
Reloading!
Also, no castle barricade going up on the small tower door. A very interesting strat coming out from DBX, because that is normally one of the most popular ones when bringing castle on this site. Monkey putting a lot of goo mines down, but the drones are spawning him. I wonder where Titan's going to push as this Montaigne.
And the Montaigne will be the key. If the Montaigne can get through into the kitchen, I'm really not seeing a way they can necessarily deny them, especially if they bait out all the smoke canisters. Smoke probably, not the strongest operator on the site, but probably brought here to counter the Montaigne specifically. Still a lot of throwables coming out, and Nomad will get the first entry frag, taking the Legion off the board, and that's huge! Legion no longer able to spawn any more goo mines to slow down the Montaigne push.
I believe the first exothermic charge was just bandit tricked by the bandit. A great play there. And some Yin Candelas going out into the hallway. Jack gets another kill. That is Crisis dead. Now the wall is available to be opened.
And now we will see the stranglehold coming out from far side. Like the Anaconda squeeze. 7-2 game right here. It'll take a Herculean effort, but it's already begun.
Nest ready!
Taking a lot of damage, so put it around 15. Also in the hallway. And I think we can assume here that they are calling for Griffin to come and plant. Because Luddy looks like he's going to be doing the Montaigne, trying to cover him. It doesn't look like they know that the plant is going down. M&K trying to peek through these holes made inside the site. Introvert will get one. Jack gets another trade on the Deathstroke, and Introvert gets another. It's now a 2v2 situation. Introvert has made his way into Small Tower behind all the attackers, and also has down the diffuser. Now it's just the Twitch of Jack and the Ash of Nomad. Nomad, not sure if he knows that the Jaeger is inside there. Looks like he just received the call out. Jack looks like he's going to be pinching this Jaeger with Nomad. Nomad looks to get the frag on the player inside the site though. There's two 1v1s coming up here. We will watch the Ash as he just misses his shot onto the castle. Jaeger
step on it.
could win or lose the round, however.
The Jaeger in Small Tower is going to be so huge to deny that kitchen push, and they still have to plant the diffuser with 10 seconds left.
I'm not sure what he was doing there with that peek. M&K gets the kill though onto Nomad, and the defenders again squeeze another round.
And a huge perfect round from Introvert. Just getting control of that small tower late in the round, getting the diffuser down when it looked like all was lost. DBX, just the sheer fragging power of this team coming out on those big fragging operators, the Smoke and the Jaeger in subsequent rounds. This is such an intense match as DBX is still clawing and fighting for their lives here. And so far, they're holding on. They're making it work. We're going to have Monkey on the dock. And finally, we will see an Echo come out. An operator that we have not seen yet this map that is so strong on Oregon, so strong against the planting, has that MP5 SD. Not necessarily the best fragging gun, but still with an ACOG. I'm kind of baffled at the lack of an Echo so far, but it's here now.
Razor wire is deployed.
I feel like that DBX have been, Farside won their defenses by a much larger margin than DBX did. Also, to answer your question, Trippy, no, there will be a possible draw at the end of this game. This is not for a playoff spot. This is the second to last week. Looks like a drunken exam, but I'm okay not spotting it. This is the second to last week. Whoever wins this game, though, will be put into second place in the American Siege Conference standings.
And man, you can't say enough on the fragging power of DBX and how just the gunfights that they're winning. Not necessarily every single one of them, but on the defensive side, they've been winning the necessary ones. They have been winning the crucial ones. The ones that give you control of the diffuser in this game.
And interesting that the Echo is pulled out on this site in particular, because in my opinion, this is the hardest site to play Echo on. There are no just easy spots to sit on drones for the whole round.
And if I'm not mistaken, that entire kid's wall is soft.
Let's try and see from any of the defender's perspective if it is. It's like the Echo right next to the kids' wall, you said?
The wall from kids in the dorms. I believe it's entirely soft, if I saw that correctly. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, a decent amount of teams choosing to do that.
But still, with the Echo playing in kids, like, I don't know why you'd put that operator in harm's way. So much stronger in the later parts of the round.
A bit of damage from downstairs. Looks like that was the Jaeger of Introvert playing inside of kitchen area.
Here we go! Stay back!
Now going to the stairs. So it looks like they are opening up from into the armory hallway. Titan putting about 1 HP is also, they have not opened up into Master. The defender's using the hole inside there. Jack gets the opening kill on the round. That is Introvert dead. Jack on the flank hold.
And we'll see that some shots come out from the thermite that Monty on 1 HP. All it will take is just someone to sneeze on it to bring him down.
Deathstroke holding the white stairs link. And I think right here, we could just see one easy smoke canister from Deathstroke. They might not know, however, that this Montang is so low HP. If they did, I think we would definitely be seeing just a smoke canister being thrown out to take care of him.
Or at least someone run up to trade. Trading out with a Montang, sacrificing a life for that, that's huge.
Deathstroke gets another second kill of the round, and Monkey gets another one on Jack. Now it's a 4v3 advantage, now a 3v3 advantage quickly. Deathstroke does get the kill onto the Montang, and now it's just the Thermite and the Ash having to push from the same angle together. Nomad and Griffin, the two top fraggers for Farside Gaming, and have to clutch up this round with 30 seconds left.
Stun grenade.
And there are no smoke canisters left on the board for Deathstroke. That's huge to deny some of that time.
Yeah, I believe there is a C4 still left on... Actually, no, the mute is dead. Monkey getting a couple pop shots. The Thermite might be catching the smoke out right now, but not before he kills Nomad. Thermite will have to go for the plant, but Monkey gets the kill in the 4th round on the board for DBX.
And DBX in another nail biter takes the round. I think it's safe to say it, Guy. I think that the comeback could potentially be real. Let's hopefully not Caster's Curse this, but it looks like the tilt from the first half has been flipped on the second. DBX are just playing so confidently right now. They're playing so strongly on their defenses. We have Deathstroke completely and totally fragging out on the smoke, putting so much pressure, and Farsight just not able to get their Montane and their plants into great positions.
Looks like a similar lineup coming out from Farsight Gaming is almost winning these last 4 rounds, and in my opinion, they just need one extra kill to go in their favor. But now the defenders, DBX, can rest on their laurels right now as they get to go down to laundry supply room. And I think, in my opinion, it looks like Farsight Gaming might be going for a more standard take, not a backside rush. And if DBX can get this round on the board, their next round is where everything is going to fall onto, as they either have to go to kitchen dining or they have to go to the tower.
And DBX clawing and scrapping and trying so hard to hold on to that number 2 slot. A quick reminder of what this is for. If Farsight gets the win here, they move into a hold over second place. If DBX wins and ties next week, they will lock in their second place seeding for the playoffs. No one able to catch prevail. So winning right here, not tying, winning is crucial for the upcoming weeks, as we have 5 teams within 2 points of each other in that 3rd place slot.
Yeah, also DBX, it should be said that they cannot win. If they were to win today, they would have guaranteed them a spot in the playoffs. I wonder where Farsight is going to push from this time. Looks like maybe a west side take, droning out that small tower and kitchen dining area.
Stay behind me.
This Montang, again, hasn't done much for Farsight Gaming, however, but we can say that about any of the attacking picks, as no attacking rounds have been won yet.
It's just an incredible statistic. 0 attackers winning. Unbelievable. Just the defenses have been so strong, and I think it's partially at least because of that Thatcher ban. There's not enough to clear out the utility, as Javert will put the C4 on the mirror window and quickly take it back.
I think, yeah, it has to do with the bans. I think this map was already, it happened in the first minute of the game, when the bans took place. The Thatcher ban coming out, and also no mirror ban coming out.
Yeah, and it's looking like a struggle of a decision. Man, I still think you have to ban that mirror out, but that hatch already open. We are seeing a frag coming out already from Farsight onto DBX, but that hasn't been much in the past. DBX has been able to clutch out these lopsided rounds. But Titan's still walking down that laundry stairs, getting into position, maybe attempting to get that plant into laundry, but the Mira is still standing. The Mira can hang on that wall. The Mira can hang on that wall. She can deny that plant with the C4.
Down, and no damage being dealt to the Mustang, and now it's 3v5 for the defenders.
And a bunch of smoke canisters. A lot of utility just made it out there for DBX, and maybe this is the break that Farsight needed.
DBX though put a lot of damage onto the Montang and to the Thermite. Let's see if the smoke has any gas canisters left. He has 1 canister and 2 impacts. This is what I was talking about earlier. Those impacts so crucial. The Twitch might fell him onto the hatch though.
The plant will, looks like it will go down, and now DBX are in the fight of their lives.
Oh, a 2v3 situation. Nomad holding the flank. Jack up the hatch, and the Montang flying on top of the diffuser. The final smoke grenade canister will go out, and Jack gets the kill on the Deathstroke. The last player, the castle of MNK, playing outside in the mirror window, gets the first kill onto the Jack. Watching his back, worried for the Ash might push there, but the Ash is playing on top of the diffuser. It's almost unwinnable for MNK right now. The player on top of the hatch, and the Montang, he will look to go for the frag onto the Ash, and Nomad gets him. Farsight Gaming getting their 7th round on the board finally. It looked like we might have a possible comeback from DBX, but Farside Gaming able to get the final round needed for them, and they put themselves in second place.
And Caster's Curse again, as soon as we said the dreaded C word. Farside finally able to capitalize on the early round man advantage and push themselves into the driver's seat. They will take the win, and they will take, for at least today, solitary control of that number 2 slot in the American Siege Conference.
Let's quickly check who we are getting in here for an interview. Probably Jack from Farside Gaming. But we never know. Could be a Titan, maybe. His incredible blitz and mounting skills. I guess I know we all know about those. I believe we might be getting Jack in here for the interview. I believe we are getting Jack in here for the interview. Okay. Are we doing both you guys for the interview? Okay. Hello, Jack. Hello, Titan.
Hey,
How are you guys doing today?
fantastic after that game. Feeling pretty good.
Good. The adrenaline's still going a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys took 6 straight rounds on defense, and I believe in all of those defending rounds, you had everybody on the site, and if not everybody on the site, they were in somewhere like meeting hall on a tower defense, or on a kitchen defense. You had one guy in armory. Do you want to tell us about that and what your mentality was with those playing everybody on the site?
Well, for sure, for basement, we'd come in saying we're definitely staying on site. We did the Thatcher ban at the beginning, and the Thatcher ban forces another. You either have to ban Kaid or you have to ban Mira, or in this case they banned Maestro. Don't know why, but that left us open, and we just said we're just going to hold site because they can't really get to it unless we stop the hatch play with the Kaid and the mute. They really struggled with that. And then on the rear tower, I mean, rear tower is such an awful thing to hold. You really don't want that many people, running around. There's a lot of space to cover on that one between tier 3, tier 2, and tier 1, and then meetings. So we did have some people playing down in the basement there, though, moving around. So
Yeah. You guys took 6 straight rounds on defense, and something me and Diamondback noted during the game is it felt like your defenses were won by a much larger margin than DBX's defenses were won by, and you guys ended up getting the first attacking victory to win the game. Did you guys feel the same way?
well, Jay, you want to take this one?
well, yeah, you are right. Our defense, we were like really strong, and a part of that going 6-0, and then the adrenaline rushing. Then on attack, we struggled a little bit. It was a little bit more challenging, but I don't know. I think it was just we were too hyped, honestly, when we were going into attack. We weren't playing the smartest. But we pulled it back.
Yeah.
Those tower split side holds. How were y'all able to pull that off?
Well, a lot of teamwork, a lot of communication. I don't know if you guys saw that, but in the meeting play there was a moment where we've got Nomad and myself playing in tandem there, and then we have Jay on the rear stairs, kind of as like the doorkeeper, making sure no one comes in and out, unless it's us, obviously. A lot of communication. I mean, at one point they pushed, from my point of view on stage, the left door and I'm smoke prone, and I'm just lobbing smoke over, and I'm yelling at Tristan, Nomad, hey, they're coming to your side, and he just lobs a C4 and gets them right on the rotation. So there's a lot of communication going on. I mean, we got lucky. I mean, they weren't playing the third tier like that heavily. If you attack rear tower and you take T3, good luck trying to get that back from the attackers. So I think a little bit of luck and then a lot of communication and practice.
Practicing those strats. We definitely practice the rear tower strat a lot in custom
It's a
games.
very
just practicing.
hard site to hold.
And you
So
have to have
we
some
have to
sort of
practice
strat
it.
for that map because Oregon forces you to play either kitchen or rear tower, which are like, to me, they're like bit iffy sites on that map.
And another thing is like Oregon's been the same for the same since it's come out, and everyone knows how to play Oregon. So you have to be good at those off sites just to throw people off their game. You have to do different things. I mean, we open up that generator wall, and you don't really see that very often. You just have to think out of the box because people play Oregon all the time, and they know it so well.
Yeah, that was a very interesting strat pulled out from you guys opening up the generator wall. That was actually, in my opinion, a very smart play because of the mirror window that was sitting in the hallway. Definitely a great game played from you guys. GG's also to DBX, who managed to pull 4 rounds out before losing the 5th one on their defensive stand. GG's to both teams. Farside Gaming, do you have anything to say? You can also have your 30 seconds to shout out anyone you would like.
Well, definitely a good game to DBX. We were, this is a big game for us. We were worried going into it. We know DBX is a good team. They played really well. So shout out to them because they really started scaring us there once we switched over. We knew it could have easily gotten out of control. Shout out to our team. I mean, everybody's been working together. We haven't had any issues with like egos. People complain about playtime. Nothing like there. I mean, I just want to give a shout out to the guys that are playing and the guys that you don't see that are helping us. That's really big, and we just want to thank everybody that's on the roster and everybody that's doing their part to make us, make this work and be successful.
Yeah, thank you for that, Jack. I have been Duck Guy 19 with my co-host or co-cast Diamondback. This has been Collective Esports Season 1 play day between Farside Gaming and DBX. Farside pulling it out 7-4. Make sure you go follow the Collective on Twitter, Instagram. Follow the Twitter, the Twitch, and subscribe to the YouTube. A great game coming out from both teams, and we will see you in the next game.